This right here is my 1971 Volkswagen Super Beetle that I rescued after it's sat for 20 years. I drove it 300 miles home, roadkill style, in the dead of the night. And right now I'm just about to do a little bit of maintenance on it. I've done nothing to this car except for my original little tweaks and stuff I had to do to get it running. It didn't run. I had to flip the distributor in 180. It was 180 out, and also had to flip the plug wires because it was wired up for a 69 and older Beetle, early Beetle. And it started right up. Had a brand new gas tank, brand new calipers and brakes, brand new tires got put on it because someone wanted to get it going but just didn't do anything with it, and I'm the one who benefited from it. So do a little walk around, then we'll get to the fun stuff. Really no rust in it. A little bit of surface stuff here and there, but serious. This jack is broken. Oh, that's why you don't buy Walmart jacks. Time for the plan B. Plan B. Another Walmart jack. Okay. Alright, so these lug nuts are 19 millimeter. See how this goes. Well, actually they're lug bolts, that's interesting. That one wasn't that tight. And that wheel come off pretty easy. No brute force necessary with that one. Let's get that tire out the way. Don't kill my camera, please. And I'm gonna roll it over. There's a brand new starter in there. That's kind of nice. I'm gonna get close and get a look-see-loo myself. I mean, nothing in here really looks too horrible. No rust. Solid old car. I'm gonna go ahead and get this cotter key out of my way. At least try to. Okay. There we are. And I'm just gonna grab something. Boom. Let's see. Oh, yeah. It's barely on there. I mean, it's not necessarily supposed to be super tight to begin with, but I should just be able to pull it off no problem by hand. Bet you that's where my looseness is. But while I'm driving, I can still hear that nasty squeaking noise. Squeaking, grinding, all that sort. The e-brake's actually holding the drum on right now. So I am going to go remove that. That way we can take this drum off. Alright. Let's see. What do we got? Alright, I'm going to go disable the emergency brake. And then we'll pop this up. And watch the car go rolling. E-brake is now off. Let's slide this drum off. Actually, it looks really, really good. Pads don't look horrible. Wheel seal doesn't look too leaky. Or actually leaky at all. It looks fine. That looked like it was out of place. Okay, that comes out. That seal don't look too bad. Yeah, I'm okay with reusing that. I can't find it. There is a spacer right here. It looks like that. Yeah, something like that. Now let's see if I can fit in there too. Probably not. I can't. Let me actually see what these are. What are these? These Allen heads. So as it turns out, I am a complete moron because I forgot that these take triple square, which is this monstrosity. Yeah. I bought this set for some Toyota cylinder head bolts and never touched them since. Nothing ever has these except for, I guess, German stuff. But here we go. My guess is probably this one. Nope, it's bigger. It's probably 8mm. That's 6. This is 8. This one should fit right in there. And wow, look at that. It does. So this, in theory, should do this. If nothing else gets in my way. It's now in gear so that whenever I finish this and go to start it, I'm going to drive through the garage. There's one. Thank God. I'm actually going to lay under this dust trap to get to the rest of them. This feels great when you're fat. 300 pounds loves to be on the ground like this. And you can't see nothing. Okay. After a long and painful process, I finally got those bolts out of that half shaft. So basically what ended up happening is I turned the camera off to get it out of my way, got my triple square Torx bits and started pulling them bolts out one by one. Well, of course, the very last one fights me tooth and nail, and actually I break my supposedly very nice made in USA triple square bit off inside the bolt. So I had to, number one, drive to the end of the earth to go find another set of triple square sockets. Supposedly my local O'Reilly's had them, but no, none of the parts stores had them. In my city, I had to drive 30 miles to go get a set, and yeah, it was like 30 bucks for a cheapy set of sockets. So I ended up getting that last bolt out, and that's where we are now. Once you get that bolt out, I don't know if you can see this, but that part and that part are basically going to be kind of welded together. So get you a hammer and gently smack this all around, and until it comes off, it'll pop off of that little shaft down there, that little half shaft. And once it does, you remember I removed that cover? Well, under that is this bearing. This bearing is going to come out, and to be honest, it really just looks like it needs to be re-greased. That bearing still looks fine. It's a German bearing, probably the original to the car. And I'm going to replace it with some Chinese garbage. So once I tap it like that, it will come out of the back. You see, it looks like this, very greasy and nasty. And I'm going to set that off to the side to be cleaned later. And now what you're going to notice in here, behind that bearing, between these two bearings actually, is this beautiful greasy, nasty, grimy spacer. Alright, so just remember, you gotta put that back in here once you're reassembling this thing, because it obviously does something. Now all that's left is the back bearing held on with the snap ring. Whenever I spun this bearing, I spun the shaft with both of those bearings in there, it sounded horrendous. Absolutely horrendous. So obviously they were needing to be re-greased or just replaced at this point. So let me just sneak you back here like that, and let me see if I can get my fat head in there and see what I need to do. Okay, I see what I need to do. Get you out of my way. Here, you can look from right there real quick. I just knocked my hat off, which is fine. And I am going to gently get my, oh God. Get down here like a beached whale and see what I'm working with from the back, and I will actually show you once I know. Okay, I see. There is the wheel seal, and then behind that is the snap ring, then the bearing. So really nothing excuse me, nothing back here you gotta actually take off. Okay, I'm gonna get a screwdriver or something and pop this seal out, and I'm gonna see if I can fit you back in here somehow. Somehow I will find a way to fit you in here. Yeah, just anymore. Let's see if I can fit my fat body out from this gap. Yes, I can. Okay, I'm gonna take you out from your home. I'm gonna bring you with me very temporarily. We're gonna go down together. Oh God. So here you can see that wheel seal, and behind it is that snap ring. So being that I've got a new seal and I'm trying to save this one. Actually, that one actually doesn't look half bad. So I'm going to pop that seal out and then show you what's behind it. And the way I'm popping it out, I'm just going to get behind it with a screwdriver and then use brute force and destroy it and pop it out. I'm actually going to scrape this crust away from the edge to kind of help me. But I'm going to pop it out, and if I had a tripod this would be a lot better for you, but unfortunately I'm no YouTuber, so you're going to have to deal with that. Okay, I have gotten that out, and you can see that right there, that snap ring. That snap ring's next to come out. So get your snap ring pliers and set them to squeeze to close the jaws. So when you squeeze the handles, the jaws close like that. And that's the easiest way to do that without giving yourself 10,000 hand cramps. So I'm gonna get those snap ring pliers I got from Harbor Freight for $5 and pop that out. Then after that, we're gonna go from the other side, from over here, and find something that fits in that hole. Not the very back hole, but in this main hole, and we're gonna tap that bearing out that's kind of pressed in. Okay, well, I'm about to remove that C-clip real quick. Damn it, not a C-clip, the snap ring. See, I've got them set to squeeze to close. So I'm gonna go in there and pull that snap ring out real quick. Look, I said it right that time. I second guessed myself. All right. Jeez. Come on. Come on, bro. Fucking bugs flying in my fucking eyes. Everything's going wrong. Just a stupid snap ring. Sucks. You fucking bitch. Alright. Straight ones. I bought you to do one job. Can you do this one job, please? That's it. That's all I ask. Just one job. Do one thing. You bitch. I know you're a fucking fat cow. They just fell apart. Yep. They're better pair of snap ring pliers at Walmart or something. Alright, well now it's even later. It's complete dark now. It's like 10 o'clock at night. I had to go get an actual pair of 8-inch snap ring pliers for this. Yeah, those little chintzy ones wouldn't do it. And you can see right there, there it is. It came right out the first try, no problem. So yeah, don't. This stuff's good for small snap rings, but not that big stuff. So we've only got the bearing in there now. So what I'm going to do is grab a socket, a deep well impact socket that fits in there, that fits in this hole but won't fit through that rear hole, if you can see it. And what I'm gonna do is just tap it with a hammer until the bearing pops out. I'm gonna use one of my Imperial sockets because who uses that? And maybe yeah, that might be good enough. And we're just gonna tappy tap tap until it comes out. Looks like it's going. I think I need to. I'm actually gonna put an extension on it. And as you see, the bearing goes out. Oh my god, I'm gonna have to clean all that. Look at that snot. I don't even know where to put this. It's just gonna get everywhere no matter what. Okay, I've got an idea. I'm just gonna make the car hold it. That way it won't rust any more than it already is. Cool. And I'm gonna, let's take a look at that bearing. Okay. This bearing might have been replaced. That's made in Hungary. Ugh, it smells like burnt oil. This grease is probably... This bearing still feels okay. I think it just needs to be cleaned. Well, you can't hear it. Has no play in it. Yeah, that bearing's still good too. Alright, well now that I got all that out of here, I'm going to clean this old nasty grease out, and I've got some fresh stuff in the garage. I'm just going to pack these bearings best I can, tap them back in, and don't forget that spacer. I'll record that, I'm just not going to record me packing them. Alright, so now it's the next day. I've got some daylight, and I'm going to start cleaning this old grease out of that hub there, in preparation for installing my new bearings. Fresh grease. I've got this very old can of still good high temp red nasty grease, and I'm gonna pack this thing with that. Too much can't really hurt. That way they don't run dry. This grease, I don't know what kind of grease someone used. If it's ever been repacked, I don't even know. This might be original grease from the 70s. The grease that's in this hub doesn't look horrible. It's not burnt, it smells decent. Alright, that looks pretty good. I'm gonna go from the back side. Go from the back side and see if I can get the rest of that out. Yeah. Alright. Yeah. Fold it over. Do it once again. All that old nasty grease is out of there. I'm gonna go ahead and get my new wheel bearings. Set my new wheel bearings and seal down here. Gonna try and, of course it lands face down, and we're just gonna oh yeah. Probably give it, it's probably enough actually right there. Yeah, I'll give it one more good glob. There we go. Alright. Now since my hands are already terrible, I'm going to go ahead and pack these bearings. So the way I like to pack bearings, I just like to hold the bearing in my hand, and I'll put a nice glop of this grease in my hand like that. And what I'll do, I'll just grab the bearing and I'll just smush it into the bearing. Just massage it in there. Just scrape it. Scrape. Scrape. Knock that extra out back on my palm. Scrape. Scrape. Flip it over. Scrape. Just kind of go all the way around until this thing's packed full of grease. No such thing as too much grease unless you're going to put so much that it's going to push past seals and stuff. You don't want to do that now. No, that actually looks pretty good. So I'm going to grab our center ring. I'm going to grease that sucker up too, and then shove that in there and give it some spins and see how it feels. Oh yeah, she's got some grease in there. Good. Oh, just like that. Just greased up. I'm gonna set it back on the box. Grab another glop of grease like that. I'm gonna just start lubing up this ball bearing here. I believe that green grease that they put in this is just an assembly lube. It's not actually something you gotta clean out. It should just dissipate on its own. Yeah, look at that. Yeah, just give it a couple spins. Yeah. Well, there we go. That one's packed. And I'm gonna scrape as much as I can of this back into that jar. It is messy doing it this way. A lot of people just use a bearing packer, which that works fine, but no sense in buying extra tools like that for no reason. You just do it by hand, save you some money, unless you're just scared of grease, which I'm sure it ain't good for you, but what isn't? Alright, I'm gonna go grab all this stuff that needs to go back in here, and we're gonna grease whatever needs to be greased, put it back in there, and you'll see the process. Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and tap this new bearing into the back of this hub. I'm gonna be very gentle with the new bearing. The old one I didn't really care about. It seems to still be fine, so I'm gonna hold on to it. You can't just get nice parts like that no more, I presume. And actually, spread some of this grease around right here. Kind of goop it up. Yeah. I'm gonna grab my, oh look, I'm already covered in grease on my sleeve because I brushed up against the bearing. I'm gonna grab my new bearing. I'm just gonna seat it into place like that. It's kind of a halfway press fit, but I'm gonna grab my, hey, don't you move on me. Yeah, there you go. Come back over here. I'm just gonna gently old car dust is falling all over the place. Let's see. Socket here and almost back in place. You'll hear the tone change, and that's how you know it's back in. Also, you want to make sure your snap ring groove is completely exposed. You don't want it to be kind of partially overlapped by the bearing. Alright, our bearing's in place now. So I'm going to set my greasy hammer and socket off to the side, which I just dropped. And I'm going to go grab my fancy pair of snap ring pliers and that snap ring that I was fighting with so crazily last night. And I'm going to get that put back into place. We're getting there. Alright. Just going to get this relatively close and then start just feeding it into the bore like that. Let it go, and then I'm actually gonna kind of let it spin around a little bit. That way I know it's seated. There you go, you heard that? Heard how it clicked into place? We are now seated in the groove. Now here's our seal. Alright, here's my seal driver I've got set up. So I'm just going to tap it in with this. Be safe than sorry. Don't want to try damaging my brand new Chinesium seal. you know. And it fits on there perfectly. I just come back here. Yeah. Knew that was going to happen. Alright, I've got my spacer here. Just going to slide her over and smush it in, just like that. And then the next thing that goes in after that is going to be the main wheel bearing. Okay, I'm just going to tighten these 4 bolts on this seal holder. Don't like impacting stuff like this because it probably will break. It's just by hand. Gonna give it a good amount of oomph where it won't come off. I'm also not gonna break it. I'm gonna tap it. Okay, now we're going to slide this drum on. That'll be fine. Alright, I think those brakes need a little bit of an adjustment. But yeah, we're not getting that slop like we were before. So that's good. Now, I'm going to work on putting the CV axle, a half shaft, back on. And from there I'm going to put the wheel on, and then we're going to take it for a test drive. much better. Yeah, last time I was getting a good, probably out here about a ½ inch of slop each way. Good. Alright, I'm going to move the Versa and we'll see what this thing does. See how she does. Good, no noise.